What's going on, everyone out in YouTube land? This is your boy BearHugger29 for Takedown Elite. And today I'm actually going to be showing you guys how to tweak some of your INI files to help you improve Takedown Red Sabre. So let's go ahead and get right into this. So first up, you have to open up two separate Windows Explorer files here if you're using a Windows 7 or if you're on Windows XP or etc. Go ahead and open up two separate Windows Explorers so that way you have two distinct boxes up, because you're going to need to edit multiple files through different variations of folders. The first one is located under your documents. You go under a folder called My Games, and go under and inside that folder you'll see whatever games that you have installed previously, etc. And in here you should see Unreal Engine 3. Double click on that. Double click on Takedown Game. Double click on the actual config folder. And here you'll see all the INI files that you can tweak to your liking. Keep that up. Now, wherever you installed your main Steam folder, go ahead and go into your Steam folder, go to Steam Apps, go to Common, scroll all the way down till you see Takedown Red Sabre Early Access. Double click on that, double click on Takedown Game, double click on Config. And here's all the default INI files. There's only going to be one file in here that you're technically really actually going to tweak, and that is the default INI. So let's go ahead and actually change this real quick, and I'll explain why you need to change this. So first up, double click on default AI.ini, and when it pops up, the first thing you're going to see is base aim error equals 750. Essentially what you want to do is, as you can see on my screen, I have it set up to right now to 550. And the reason why I lowered this down is because this is going to help you within your game prevent the aim bots from sitting there doing a constant 360 one-shot kill every goddamn time. Yeah, they can still do it, but when you lower down this base value, they don't do it all the time. And it definitely enhances the experience more. And I found my sweet spots to be at 550. I actually like the way it plays. It's awesome. It's an awesome tweak. So change it to however you want. Change it to 10 for all I care. It doesn't matter. Just mess around with some of the values of it and see until you actually see the game to your liking. Another thing you can change in the AI is the grand awareness delay. Originally it was 0.5. I lowered mine down to 0.1, and it actually makes the game a little bit more harder, but it feels more authentic in the sense that if an enemy sees you right away, he'll actually go and hide, or he'll do, you know what I mean? He'll try to avoid you or try to shoot at you right away. You kind of want that feeling because it makes the game feel more precise and more better. So you can mess around with the settings to however you want. So I have mine right now currently at a 0.1. So once you make these changes for both base aim error and also for grand awareness delay, go ahead and save your file and then close it off. This file here, you don't necessarily have to really edit or edit anything else if you don't want to. But I'm going to keep it for the time being. I'm going to keep it open because I'm going to show you guys how to edit some of this stuff in the default weapon.ini file as well. So now, go back to your folder that was located in your documents, the one that looks like it says takedown AI.ini, takedown editor.ini. These are the main files you're mainly going to be doing all your tweaks in. And I'm going to show you guys how to also set it up too as well so that the actual default ones don't overwrite your actual custom tweaks. So, of course, make sure when you get into this folder, make sure you open up takedown.ai.ini and make sure you change the base value for your base aim error to 550 or whatever you want, and do the same thing too as well for your awareness delay. Once you make that change, go ahead and exit off the actual thing or save it, and then right-click on the file and go to Properties and put a check mark into read only. However, since you made these changes too as well in the default one, you don't have to do that. So just leave that the way it is. Next up, you're going to go ahead and you're going to open up takedowngame.ini. Now in here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to search. You want to type in TD game. So keep pressing next until you find the actual. It should look like takedowngame.td game. Now scroll down a bit, and here you're actually going to see a couple things. This will actually help make some changes for your server that you're going to be hosting. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you can actually go ahead and disable friendly fire if you want to. I don't recommend that you do because that kind of gets rid of the whole realistic aspect of it. But for people out there who just don't care, you can go ahead and disable this just by typing in false if you want to. Or if you want to keep it on, just go ahead and keep the factor at true. Now, once you're done with these settings, There's one more thing you can do too as well. I just gotta find it here super quick here. Where is it now? I'm trying to remember what the name of it's called here. Well, I'm sorry, guys. Where are you, you son of a bitch? Oh, I must have passed it. It must be up more, I guess. Let's see here. Where the hell are you? Yeah, apologies for this. I'm trying to find the one where, uh, let's see. No, that's not it. I know it's in here somewhere. I just changed it a little while ago. Hold on. Just type in lean. There you go. Okay. That's what I should have did in the first place. So I apologize that was fucking beyond retarded. Okay, so lean duration. This is another big one too as well. Essentially when you play the main game and you go to lean over, it kind of feels like it's kind of slow. So you guys can go ahead and you can change this base value. And as you can see in the video that I made yesterday for the Takedown tactical map gameplay, you can see what I mean by how fast it's me when I lean over corners and stuff. And so I changed the base value. I think it was set to 0.25. I lowered it down to a 0.10. So once you made that change, you go ahead and you save your file, close it off, and right click on your file and go to properties and make sure you put a check mark in read only. You can still make the initial change under the default game one if you want to, and do the same thing for lean. And just save it that way too as well if you just want to make, just to cover your tracks and make sure you did everything right. Now the last thing that I want to discuss real quick is to correction. Actually, there's one more thing I want to talk to you guys about real quick that you could do, and I figured out how to put a password on your server. Thanks to a person here on the Steam forums, went ahead and figured out how to go ahead and actually make it so you can set a password on your server. Now you can do this for both files, but this guy here in the actual in his post, he talked about the default game.ini. Essentially what you do is you want to look for engine.access control. So let's go ahead and let's look for that real quick. I believe it's pretty much basically right at the top if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right here. So basically all you would do is you would go ahead and you would copy out this, and you would go ahead and you would just basically just paste it right below that. Put whatever password you want in there. You could be go fuck yourself. It can be your name or whatever you want. And then once you set that up, you go ahead and you do the exact same thing too as well in the default or in the takedown ini file as well. But you can also do it in the game one too as well, and put it right here too under the engine access. Put your password in, save your file, do whatever. Now, in order to actually, I'm not gonna go ahead and do that because I don't put server passwords in my for my games, but in that regards, now if you want to join the person's game, this is how you would actually open it up. When the game launches and you're just sitting at the at the main screen, you would go ahead and open up the console menu, which is by pressing the little squiggly line next to the one. You type out that. Now, where the 123 is .123 blah 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 blah, that's where the person's IP is. You put that in there, and then you put the guy's password with the 3 X's is, and you hit enter, and then you should be able to join his actual game. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll definitely put this in my description so you guys can get a better read for it. But I just wanted to go ahead and add that in there because I think it's a pretty cool thing to do. Now, go ahead and lastly, let's go ahead and open up your default weapon.ini. Here, you can change everything. You can change the name of the weapon. You can change if your weapon uses a flashlight. If your weapon wants to slither things, you can change the amount of how much damage it does to like the head, the torso, the arms, and the legs. You can change essentially literally everything. So, but one of the things that I want to go ahead and change, because the weapons seem to be fine, but if you actually have a problem with a lot of the weapons, you can go ahead and change the actual capacity of them. Now, if you scroll down here, you can actually see like the ammo clip for whatever the gun is. So let's say if you got the M4, you can go and find the M4 in this file and change the actual capacity. So how many bullets you can have in your actual gun at any given time. You can also change the amount of clips that your character has. You can enable if you want to have flashlight on those guns or not. It really depends on your liking, but there's one thing in here that I want to change, that I changed, that actually feels a little bit more better. So let me go ahead and type in flashbang. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and search up for it because I'm an idiot. All right, so here we go. See, normally when you put a flashbang on your character, you only have, I think, was it 2, I think. Now, you can change the capacity, and that's exactly what I did. I changed the capacity to 5. So you have 5 flashbangs. You can change it to how many you want. If you want to have 50, change it to 50. If you want to have 1,000, change it to 1,000. But I just keep it realistic, and I set mine to 5. You can do the same thing, too, as well for actual grenades as well. So really just mess around with that settings and do whatever you like. Once you're done, you save your stuff, and that's it. Do the same thing, too, as well for takedown weapon. Just change however you want, save it. Make sure you change the properties to a readme-only file, and that's it. Those are the tweaks that so far that I've come up with so far. You can also do tweaks in the takedown engine file that allows you to basically completely change how the way the game runs and plays. This is definitely recommended for people who have a hard time running this game or don't like dynamic lighting or shadows or certain things, whatever you want to call it. Do some tweaks on here. Get rid of bloom if you want to, etc., etc. Just make sure that whenever you're done changing all your stuff in the takedown in the takedown INI versions, to make sure you always make sure that you always change it to readme only. But anyways, guys, I hope to God this actual tutorial video goes ahead and actually helps you guys out with the game and makes it play better for you guys. But until next time, make sure you go, this is your boy Bear Hugger. Please rate, subscribe, comment. And if you want to see more videos on Takedown, just support my channel. I'm planning on bringing a lot more gameplay footage down the road. So until next time, guys, peace out.